Commitment. You want to take a look at leadership. Anybody that's going to be following anybody that's a leader, they have to be committed. I mean, the leadership standpoint of this is that, they're not kind of in, they're not lukewarm, they don't have one foot in, one foot out. I mean, they're fully committed. So if we take a look at what commitment means, I mean, it means that they're focused. There's a never quit attitude about it. They're dedicated, and Maxwell unpacks it a couple different ways. And one of the points he makes about it, he quotes Michael Jordan. And Jordan says, it's heart. The first thing that commitment starts at is it has to start in the heart. And Jordan said, the heart separates the good from the great. Those that are really committed and willing to play their very, very best, who don't just kind of want to be good, but who want to be great. It comes from their heart. It starts in their heart. I mean, Steve Prefontaine, the tremendous track athlete from Oregon, unfortunately, tragically passed away 24 years old before he reached his pinnacle of where he was. But he was known for his heart in a race. And he would say, I'm going to work so hard that if it comes down to pure guts in the race, and if or it comes down to pure guts at the end of the race, and if it is, I'm the only one that can win. It's like going, somebody may beat me, but they're going to have to bleed in order to beat me. That's what I'm talking about. If he is all in. The second thing about commitment is that it's tested by action. I mean, it's the only real measure of commitment is the actions that we see from leadership. And I think you're going to see a theme as we just uncovered a couple of things here. Actions trump everything. I mean, when you take a look at commitment, there's a lot of people that say a lot of things, but they're watching, because people don't do what they're told, they do what they see. So action is the key piece of this, right? And I mean, if you were to take a look at the old saying, don't do as I say, do as I do. Oh, wait a minute, that's not right. It's don't do as I do as I say. It didn't work then, it doesn't work now. So if you take a look at anybody, it's very easy to be able to say things with words. It's a whole nother thing, and nothing is harder. It's easy to say, I'm going to eat clean, I'm going to exercise every day, and I'm going to live a healthy lifestyle. It's much, much harder living those words each and every day from that moment on. I mean, we make statements. It's called over-promising and under-delivering. And I know leaders that have the best intentions that will get caught up in making promises that they can't keep. Or they've made so many they don't even remember what they said. So it's wrong execution of the right idea. So it's really, what are you doing? And it's tested by the actions, and it's a resolve that you have. And you've got to keep things very, very simple as a leader to make sure that your actions are in alignment with that. And then the third thing is no achievement has ever been made or accomplished without commitment. I mean, there's an old saying, you get knocked down 7 times, you get back up 8. How many times are you willing to get knocked down and get back up before you quit? And if there's time still on the clock, I mean, I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. And when the Chiefs playing Buffalo in the playoffs a couple years ago, there's 13 seconds left on the clock. And I will tell you, it didn't look promising, and I was pretty sure the game was over, but I was like, there's still a shot. There's still a play, and lo and behold, they come back, they score, it goes to overtime, Chiefs win, and the rest of the best NFL game, playoff game ever, especially in the last 4 quarters, last 2 minutes of the game, watching the leads change between the world. But I digress on being Super Bowl champions. But if you take a look at the achievement factor of commitment, is the never die attitude. And if you want to achieve anything that's worthwhile, you've got to be fully committed. And whenever you take a look at your checkbook and your calendar, do they reflect the disciplines, the habits, the focus that's necessary to remain committed to accomplish what you want? And then last but not least, I love how John, again, a lot of this, people ask me, where is this coming from? And if I were to show you my garage right now in my basement, I'm purging books. I have thousands of them. And donating, I've got 12 cases right now that I've purged out of that, in addition to other stuff that we've done. But so John's the easiest one for me because I've spent the most time with John here recently over the last 14 years. But it comes from a variety of different sources. And I like how John is a master communicator in taking something complicated and making it very simple. So I'll share this last thing with you. He talks about this 21 qualities of a leader, by the way, where this segment comes from, is 4 types of people. If you take a look at this, there's the cop-outs. Those are the people that don't have a goal and they don't have a commitment. There's the holdouts. They don't know that they can achieve it, so they're afraid to really commit to it, and they kind of don't, and they wish they woulda, coulda, only if they mighta, and they're just waiting, and they're holding out because they don't think they can. There's a lack mentality. There's a fear. Then there's the dropouts. You know, they start things and they start to get going, and at the first sign of difficulty, they abandon it. You know, back in Think and Grow Rich, if you take a look at the discussion around a burning desire, those that abandon their dreams at the first sign of difficulty, that's the dropout. And then the 4th kind of person is the all-outs. They set goals, they are committed to it, they make the commitments, and they pay the price. And as John will say, you know, anything worthwhile is uphill. So as you take a look at your leadership, if you take a look at your actions, if you take a look at your calendar, your meetings, what you profess that you are going to achieve, how committed are you? And do your actions back that up?